Okay, everybody, little update. Somebody's on my lap. Every time I want to put it in the crate, it's like, no, 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 I don't want it in the crate. I gotta wash its face a little bit better. I'm beginning to wonder if it's a boy or a girl because two dots on the back is a boy, 3 dots is a girl. This one has 2 dots. So, look at the smile though. It's like I got a little milk right there. Wash the face later. Its eyes are fully open now. It's very sleepy. Got a belly full of milk. It's on my lap. I've got my knee crooked here, and my other leg is straight, and it's in the little pocket in my legs. And it's like, yeah, I got a dog outside having a fit at the moment. Not my dog, friend's dog. Sleepy baby, we'll wash your face shortly. Yeah. And it's starting to where it wants to stay awake longer, not just eat and sleep all the time. You know, it wants to visit and cuddle a little bit. And explore a little bit. And if you're worried about me having a cigarette by the baby, I am sitting next to an open window that the smoke is going out, okay? I would not ever blow smoke near this baby. Yeah, matter of fact, show you my desk. See my ashtray? Yeah, don't mind my table. Whoop, sorry. See my table? Smoke going right to the window. So I don't want to hear gripes about that, please. It's kind of hard to put the baby down to smoke a cigarette when the baby, if I put it in the crate, starts crying. It's like, no, I just want to be right here. I want to be right here. If you don't believe me, watch. All right, come on. Come on. And it's purring. Okay. Now, watch what happens. I've got my phone plugged into the charger, so it's got a jar in there that's warm. Well, what I do? It's got a jar in there that's warm. Okay? Because I don't have a heating pad, so I use a mason jar. So the jar is warm, and it's not going to cry this time. Maybe it was sleepy enough. Maybe I can get up and get some work done now. But let me show you. Because I live off-grid, and my solar system wouldn't support running a heating pad 24/7, okay, you don't have to have all kinds of fancy stuff to save a... I told you it was going to cry. What'd I tell you? You don't have to have all kinds of fancy stuff. All right, I'll get you. Just a minute. It's not the most comfortable thing, but you take a mason jar, and you heat water almost to boiling, and then, of course, when it's super hot, you have multiple layers. And then as it starts cooling off, you take a layer off. But yes, this is what I'm dealing with this morning. Little Fussy wants Mama's lap. Hold on. Let me show you. I gotta fix my dress. Let me show you what I mean. Here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get the dress back. Hold on. Alright, there's your pocket. There's your pocket. Say hi. It's not hungry, but it does want to suckle. Right now, it won't take a bottle, so I'm using this huge eyedropper, but it does suckle on it. Okay, it just doesn't fulfill its suckling need. No, you're not sucking on that corner. We've had that talk. Hold on, Wiggly. But you hear it purring. Hey, Amber. This is what rescuing is all about, you know? We still haven't got this one out of the danger week yet, because we don't know how long it was in that field before it was found. But it's doing good so far. Where are you going? Your belly is full. Look. Look how full that little belly is. How round. Yeah. Look how full. See, but it wants to suckle. They have that need to suckle. You know, almost like a regular people baby. You need to potty? Okay. That's going to be complicated while I'm on camera. I made it potty twice already. All right. I wonder if I could set this up so I could show you guys how to make it go potty. Hold on. Let me get a napkin here. Because some people don't know that with kittens this little and puppies, they don't potty on their own. You have to... Where are you going? You have to stimulate them to go potty. Let me get the paper towel. Let's see if I can get creative here. All right. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So you're going to be looking at the underside of my table for a second until I get the kitten. So this is why a tripod would come in handy. To stimulate, you just take some paper. And I'm trying to make sure it's on camera and watch the kitten at the same time. And they'll stick their legs straight up in the air once they get going good. But no potty right now. It went earlier really good. Oh, there we go. There we go. We hit the right spot. See them legs go up in the air? I know it's not a great view, but yeah, we got a little bit that time, didn't we? Yeah. You gave it all to me earlier, didn't you? But that's how you stimulate a kitten or a baby puppy when they're this young. And you do that at every feeding, usually before and after the feeding. But at this age, they're kind of mouthy. And of course, they want to explore. Where are you going, hon? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nope, nope, nope. You're not going over there. They're like, oh, I've got my eyes open. I'm big. And they really can't see a lot right now. Lights, maybe some colors, maybe some shapes, you know. But listen. You hear that? See, it's a sleepy baby. And just like a human baby, they will fight sleep. They will. Your little belly won't hold no more milk, I promise. You just ate. Yeah, where is the toothbrush? Okay. Another thing, while I've got you on here, you know, a cat's tongue is very, very rough. So, this ain't the ideal toothbrush, but it's a brand new toothbrush. This stimulates like their mother licking them. It's like, oh, I don't want to be licked. No, it thinks it's big right now. I shouldn't have woke it up. Oh, Oh, here, brush your hair. Brush your hair. But yeah, this is like the mother licking them. And it kind of teaches them, later on grooming themselves. Oh, you're going to play with it. This is the age where they might start trying to play a little bit. But you see, the main need is the suckling. And for some reason, it really likes this dress. You just can't find your spot? Yeah, we'll wash your face shortly. Yeah, once you take a nap. But yeah, I had it asleep. And I thought, I'll lay it over there. And I'll go out, feed the dogs, do their water. And this one has other plants. But we will get the dogs done. But look at the beautiful eyes. When you find young kittens and their eyes are infected, it's very, very important that you get antibiotic ointment on those eyes as soon as possible. Otherwise, they could be blind. Depending on how long they've had the infection, how severe it is. Luckily, this one does not have an eye infection. But it is very opinionated. I'm going to get off here, offer it a little more milk, and see if I can get it to sleep in the crate so I can get some work done. Yeah. I think his belly's full, though. I don't think it's going to hold much more. I know it's hard being an only kitten, huh? Yeah, without a kitty mama. See, all this is still strange. Yeah, still learning, huh? Alright, let me offer it a little more milk and see if I can get it to sleep, guys. Alright, bye.